Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Bienvenidos a Quolores Unidos. Something new, something we're trying out. See how you guys like it. But knowing me and knowing my, I want to say the host because I'm not going to be the host. I don't want to host this. I'm just here because they say I got a face for radio. So radio face is going to, walk away for a little bit, but I want to introduce you to somebody that's very kind and caring and dear to my heart. Has opened a lot of doors for me, and today we want to open doors for him. Mi gente, I want to introduce you to my good friend, Alejandro, a.k.a. La Tóxica Sucia, Paula Darling.
No, no es cierto.
Dice que no es cierto, pero
Tóxica.
qué bien que lo voy ahí. Se me olvidó subir las fotos y no les enseñé las fotos de lo que fui a ver este fin de semana pasado. Porque él se portó medio bien, pero Miss Man enseñó más de lo que yo quería ver toda mi vida.
Ay.
Me dejó con los ojos, pues todavía me duelen. Pero antes que empecemos con eso, Alejandro, bienvenido a Radio Qué Rico y a tu programa Quolores Unidos.
Muchas gracias. Un placer y un honor de estar aquí. Estoy súper contentísimo por esta oportunidad que me has ofrecido. Y la mera verdad, espero que cambiemos vidas. Espero que compartamos, good things, bad things, que lloremos juntos.
I should have brought Kleenex.
Etcétera, porque estamos planeando y tenemos planeado muy buenas entrevistas con gente que realmente nos va a tocar el corazón. They're going to really touch our hearts, and because these are going to be real life stories of Latinos y Latinas that are part of the LGBTQ+, que son gays, que son transexuales, que son bisexuales, de todo. Vamos a entrevistarlos, vamos a hablar con ellos para ver por qué dejaron sus países y por qué vinieron a Canadá y no a otro país. Entonces, como dicen los canadienses, sit down, relax, pour yourself a glass of wine, because it's going to be a ride.
Oh, it's going to be more than a ride. Apparently, you like to have rides, I've been told.
I love a good ride. I love especially a good roller coaster ride. Yes, I'm the one that's like screaming and everything, but I love a good roller coaster ride. Those are the kind of rides I like, Pedro.
And I was born yesterday.
Listen,
so,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Say what you mean. This is why we're doing this late at night.
Yes.
Because as much as I love children, I don't want children to get the wrong idea about the community.
Correct.
Because there's a lot of people talking about the community positively, negatively, but that confuses the kids.
Yes.
And as a father to a young lady that's part of the community, as a cousin to somebody that's not young anymore, but I'm not going to say his age, no quiero que me mate tampoco. We got to respect things. We got to respect things, do things tastefully, I'd like to say.
Of course, things will be tastefully. It would be also an educational type of program, because people are going to get to know the why, the who, the when, and so on and so forth. And yes, we're going to keep it clean, crisp, even though it's going to be after 11. It's okay.
The crisp part, maybe. The clean, knowing you. So tonight, I'm going to post something on you.
Okay.
We're going to treat this as my show. We're going to treat this as a hot seat.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you some questions. We're going to get to know you a little bit. We want to know who you are. We want to know a little bit about Paula.
Yes.
But we're going to keep this episode a little bit shorter.
Okay.
Because I want people to want to know more. I want people to get to know you more. And more importantly, like they say in Spanish, déjalos picados.
Ay, Con la pura puntita.
Solo la puntita.
Ay.
Por hoy solo la puntita. So, yes, you guys are going to hear a different side of me. I don't normally talk like this. I don't normally push buttons. Actually, with my friends, I do. Because I like to have fun. So, Mr. Alejandro, I know you're Mexican. I can never remember what part of Mexico because to me, one of the moments of it is to me, I'm from this country, de tal y tal, I'm like, you're Mexican. Even Silvia, she's told me probably 1,000 times. Shout out to Silvia Quintana, the host mind, brains behind the Festival Latino. But she's told me, God knows how many times, her son is a close friend of mine. You think I remember? They're Mexican, that's all I know. And it's not that I hate on anybody, it's just there's too much up here. Not enough room some days.
Se te va el Wi-Fi.
El Wi-Fi. Como dijo un día la querida Celia Cruz con el telón que te cargaba en uno de los award shows, que ese era su internet.
Yes.
So you know what? Mi internet is very poquito.
I know. Mine's like gone, so I mean, what can I say?
So, you're Mexican, came here many moons ago. I see you posted that not too long ago. However, you've got a significant other.
Yes.
You were actually married.
Yes.
Look at you hesitating.
Well, it's because
Sucio.
I've been married twice.
To the same one?
No.
Different end?
To a different guy.
Oh.
Yes.
Bueno.
To a different guy, yes.
You tramp.
Actually, he was a tramp. I was the innocent one with my areola here.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about him.
About my current husband?
I don't know if I should call him by his real name or by his stage name. Gotta leave that up to you. But tell us a little bit about him. Because to be quite honest with you, to be married to you, somebody has to have a lot of patience.
Oh, well, my husband partner's name, his name is Jacques Bourdeau, also known as Pompon Minoun. And we met on January 13th, 2013. We've been together, over now 11 years.
Wow.
And then we waited about a year to declare our common law. That's what the government requires. So we've been common law for 10, but we've actually been together. We've known each other for 11 years. He's Franco-Ontarian. He is from a little town outside of, well, not outside. He's from like the Cornwall area.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from the Cornwall area. He has family in Cornwall. He has family in Lancaster. His dad was one of the, I would say, settlers that settled in Lancaster. Yeah. His dad introduced, believe it or not, his dad introduced poutine in that area. There is still the restaurant that they owned when he was a kid. It's still there.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it's on. It's in Lancaster.
Yes.
His family has a lot of history in the Cornwall, Lancaster area. His uncles, through his, I believe, mom's side or dad's side, owned a couple of restaurants in the Lancaster area. His godfather / uncle was his teacher, was his principal. I mean, it was vienen de un rancho, como digo yo. They're like from a little town, so everybody knows everybody, right? But his family is just amazing. My sisters-in-law are phenomenal. I love my sisters-in-law. Unfortunately, one of them passed away due to colon cancer a couple years ago. My mother-in-law has passed away a couple Christmases ago, and his dad passed away when he was a kid, so I didn't get a chance to meet his dad. But yeah, a little bit about him.
So you're happily married?
Very, yes.
Is he happily married? We'll ask him when we bring him on the show. No. We know he actually is. You see it with the amount of support he gives you and everything. You know, todas tus locuras y tus aventuras, you can tell he loves you.
He's very supportive of everything I do. Me apoya en todo lo que yo quiero hacer, en todos los proyectos. Y si lo puedo incluir en los proyectos, lo traigo conmigo. Porque si un proyecto se hace bien con una persona, con dos personas, se hace mucho mejor. Entonces, ¿por qué no? Entonces, y si él puede aprovechar y, hacer un poquito de su nombre en la comunidad, adelante. Yeah.
Tienes toda la razón. Y algo que al menos lo he vivido y lo he visto con muchas parejas y lo veo con ustedes, es de que entre más está fortalecida la comunicación, el entender mutuamente, que ustedes dos entienden mutuamente. A veces solo con una mirada, and you're like, what did they just say? And I've seen it because I've had the pleasure of working with the two of you at different events. I'm not going to name the events, but at different events. But one event that stands out for me was the very last drag show you guys did.
Okay.
The queens were having fun and getting a little bit rowdy. But without saying anything, you came up, looked at you, gave you a certain look, and you knew exactly what you needed to do, where you needed to head. You came back and you were calm. He was not calm. And things got taken care of. Business was flowing when we thought things weren't going to flow anymore.
I think it was the last show that we had at a Legion. Wait, was it the last show that we had the Legion that you were our DJ for? Or was it at that one?
It was at the Legion,
yes.
Upstairs?
Yes, upstairs.
With the L-shaped.
Yes, I remember that. Yes. I vaguely remember what the situation was.
Well, I remember. You told me afterwards.
Yes.
I'm not going to put it out there, though.
But usually when it comes to a show, I'm a professional. And I don't tolerate certain activities. I don't tolerate certain comments. I don't tolerate any negativity. Because when I produce a drag show, it's for everybody to enjoy. Everybody's welcome. And the minute that I see that you're being disrespectful, the minute that I see any kind of comments or anything that does not belong, that's part of the show, I will pull you to the side and in a kind way talk to you and let you know that whatever you're doing, saying, or whatever is not acceptable.
Makes sense.
Of course, you get a warning, and just like a job, you get a warning. I'll give you a second warning, but there's not a third warning. At the third time, I'll just ask you to kindly leave, and that you're not welcome anymore.
Ouch.
Well, let's be real. You're paying $20 for a drag show, and you bring a group of 10, 20 people with you, and you want to have a good time. And if there's tension wherever the queens are getting together, or if there's anything going on, it alters the mood of the queens. It alters the mood of the artist. Entonces, ¿qué pasa? Que las artistas o los artistas se ponen un poco incómodos y entre ellos mismos se empiezan así como que a separar. Y sí, y si algo está pasando, pues sea quien sea mi esposo, sea otro artista, me avisan y simplemente hablo con la persona. No me acuerdo muy bien qué pasó esa vez, la verdad no me acuerdo.
I'll remind you after.
Pero si ha sido algo fuerte, sí, siempre me hago cargo de eso, siempre.
No, me encanta que veo en tus redes de que eres una persona muy, muy familiar. You love your family. You're trying to post things, but you're also trying to do it with respect. And not because of your family, because I know your family is great. I've had the pleasure of meeting a couple of your family members. But the way you do it is very different than a lot of other people. You don't do it tasteless. You don't put stuff just... You don't do what I would do with my sister. Put up a monkey picture and say that, se parecen los dos. I do it all the time. I'm not going to deny it. You've seen it. So before I go to getting into the hard questions, because I want to really pick your bones, because I know I'm going to have you here for a long time. And we're going to start having some guests. Slowly, I will walk away from the camera and let you be on your own. Because I don't believe that I have the authority, nor should I be the one pushing buttons. Not in this aspect. But I do have to ask you some hard questions. And they're hard because like I said, I've experienced some things with my kid. And I want to know how you felt about a lot of things and how your experiences were.
Okay.
And we were just talking about this before we started the show. When my daughter told me, I was me. I asked for different things and I said different things to her. And she looks at me and says to me, "You're weird. I thought you were going to yell. You're my kid. I don't care. Just don't hurt yourself.
Of course.
Don't hurt anybody." And she's like, "Are you okay with this?" Are you? It's your life. We gotta respect you. How was it to tell your dad, as a Latino, qué sentimiento tenías antes de decirle a tu padre? And more importantly, después de que tuvieron esa conversación inicialmente, how did you feel?
Fíjate que yo a mi papá no le dije. Mi papá se enteró por mi mamá. Mi mamá fue la que se enteró. Ella fue la que yo le dije. Y después ella fue quien le comentó a mi papá y le dijo, fíjate que Alejandro es gay. Simplemente. Entonces, con lo que me acuerdo que me dijo mi mamá, simplemente mi papá dijo, si tú lo apoyas, yo lo apoyo. Entonces, con lo que me acuerdo, eso fue lo que pasó. Pero si mi mamá no, perdón, mi papá no, yo nunca le he dicho a mi papá, ¿qué cree? Soy gay. No, mi mamá fue a la que yo le dije.
¿Te da miedo tocar ese tema con tu papá?
Fíjate que no, porque tenemos cierto respeto mutuo entre mi papá y yo. Ellos conocen a Jack, hablan con Jack, lo saludan cuando estoy en videollamada, pero no, no tengo miedo de hablar eso, al contrario, hasta él mismo me dice que fíjate que vi esto de los gays allá en Canadá o vi cierta cosa que está pasando. Él mismo me pregunta temas, hablamos de temas, me enseña videos en YouTube de ciertos personajes, de ciertas personas, pero no, fíjate, no me da miedo, no, para nada.
¿A alguien te ha dado miedo decirle?
¿Perdón?
¿A alguien en algún tiempo te dio o te ha dado miedo decirle?
¿A alguien?
It doesn't matter if it's an uncle, aunt, tia, tío, whatever, cousin, brother, lover. Have you ever actually been scared to tell anybody? Come out and say to them, listen, this is who I am, this is how I am, this is my life.
Fíjate que a la persona que dice que yo le tenía, si acaso, miedo decirle que, hey, soy gay, era a mi abuelita con la que yo viví por muchos años antes de venirme a Canadá. ¿Por qué? Porque ella me cuidó, viví con ella, la mamá de mi mamá, yo era el consentido de los nietos, lo que Alejandro quisiera, etcétera, etcétera. Y cuando yo me vine para Canadá, yo simplemente, pues, le dije bien poquito. Entonces ya después ella se enteró por parte de mi mamá o por parte de alguien más, que la última vez que yo hablé con ella, y cada vez que yo hablaba con ella por teléfono antes de que falleciera, siempre me decía, ¿cómo está tu esposo? Cuando me dijo eso la primera vez, dije yo, wow. A la señora que yo pensé que a lo mejor le hubiera tenido miedo decirle, fue la que me dijo, ¿cómo está tu esposo? ¿Me lo saludas? And that's when I was like, wow, this is so cool, right? ¿Alguna otra persona? La verdad no, porque yo soy súper abierto sobre mi sexualidad, quién soy, en Facebook. Yo soy, literalmente. Y eso pasó porque yo diría en el 2010, o alrededor del 2010, 2011, tenía yo primos y primas y tíos y tías y family members that wanted to be on my Facebook. Y yo no los aceptaba. I didn't want to accept their friendship because I was like, well, I'm gay. Like, I don't want them to know about my life, right? Mm-hmm. So then they were messaging my mom, and so then one time I called my mom, and my mom is like, ¿qué dice tu tío? ¿Qué dice tu prima? ¿Que por qué no los agregas? ¿Que por qué, por qué esto? ¿Que por qué el otro? I'm like, Mom, if they have any questions on why I don't add them on Facebook, they can send me a message. I will gladly answer them. I said, I'll add them, but the minute I feel disrespected, the minute they make a disrespectful comment, I will say something. Okay? Because at the end of the day, it's my Facebook. It's my feed. I can put whatever I want. So then I started adding a couple cousins here, a couple cousins there, tíos aquí, tíos allá. And so far, nadie me ha faltado el respeto. Por parte de mi mamá, mis tíos, mis tías, mis primos, mis primas son súper abiertos, me dan la bienvenida, que realmente si yo temía de algo, como me preguntaste hace rato, sería la aceptación de simplemente de los primos, de las primas, que qué van a pensar, que qué van a decir. Pero me puse a pensar y dije, esa es una de las razones por qué vine a Canadá, para vivir mi vida, para ser yo, para hacer lo que yo quiero hacer. Y simplemente si no les gusta, ahí está el unfollow button, right there. Just unfollow me. Simple as that. And if you y si quieren hablar pestes de mí, adelante, háganlo. No me importa, porque simplemente yo vivo mi vida, no molesto a nadie, vivo a 6, 8 horas vuelo de avión de aquí a la Ciudad de México. ¿Te imaginas? O sea, no me da, ni me va ni me viene.
Bien hecho.
Yeah.
Ahora, con todo esto en mente, caballero, viviendo en este país y haciendo todo lo que has hecho, ¿qué será un logro que tú quieres llegar a obtener todavía? Porque has logrado bastante.
¿Tú crees?
Pues de lo que yo te conozco, has logrado bastante. Y yo sé que vas a seguir logrando. Antes que se me olvide, mi gente, si tienen alguna pregunta que quieren hacer, if you have any questions, feel free to email us at info@radioquerico.com, info@radioquerico.com. Ask. If there's a topic you guys want us to talk about, if there's something you want to be discussed, if you have questions or something that we can help you with, that's what we're here for. That's what this program is for. We want to bring openness to the community. We want everybody to know what we're talking about. And you know what? We want everybody to feel good. It's very important. That's one thing we were talking about before we agreed to do this. Because it's one thing to just want to be here. But it's another thing for somebody like Alejandro to want to take the time and venture into something like this. And I don't mean this in any negative way, but he has a wealth of knowledge and he wants to share it with you. And that's one of the first things he asked before we moved forward with this. If he was going to be permitted to be able to share this knowledge, share his experiences with all of you. Because there's a lot of people, habemos muchos, y hay mucho latino que hay en este país. Pero hay muchos de que no saben qué oportunidad hay por ellos. No saben qué es lo que podemos usar, saber, utilizar, abrir. Y se les hace mucho más duro. Lo he visto y es algo que él me habló y varias otras personas de la comunidad habían hablado, de que tienen miedo de hablar, buscar ayuda solo por lo que las experiencias que tuvieron en su país, los miedos que traemos por el machismo de nuestros países en Latinoamérica. Yo, como dice él, yo no soy de la comunidad, pero soy un aliado, me encanta andar jodiendo y me da, cada vez que tengo una oportunidad de decir una bobada, lo digo, no siempre. Eso sí, con respeto. Porque a la hora y tenemos que tener respeto mutuo y darle respeto a todo el mundo. No importa, y se lo digo a anybody that comes in my life, respect is the biggest thing. Doesn't matter race, color, age, type, size. I don't care if you're red, white, blue, yellow, orange, brown, pink, whatever color you are. I don't care. And we're going to respect that here. So if you have questions, any information you want to bring in, bring it on. That's the email for you guys. Well, I'm going to put it back up there for you guys so you guys know. Now, Mr. Alejandro.
Pregúntame.
Bueno, ahorita te voy a dar 4 minutos más antes que te empiece a... Pero casi como dicen... Duro, mijo. ¿Dónde nace Paula Darling?
Ay, ¿dónde nace Paula Darling? Literalmente Paula Darling nació hace muchísimos años, pero no le di full force hasta que no llegué a Canadá. El nombre de Paula, te va a dar risa, el nombre de Paula lo agarré de una telenovela, una telenovela mexicana de Lucerito, donde interpreta a 3 gemelas.
Ajá.
María Paula, María Fernanda y... no me acuerdo. Era la cieguita, la pobre y la rica con el chongo acá.
Ajá.
Entonces, que es una de mis novelas favoritas.
You're bringing so many memories of my grandmother right now.
I know. So de ahí agarré el nombre de Paula. Paula ha tenido varios apellidos. No, es que es difícil encontrar. En la comunidad drag se consideran como familias. Y entre familias te ayudan a mejorar tu drag, te ayudan a muchísimas cosas, como si fuera una familia. Entonces, cuando llegué a Toronto, Paula era Paula de la Prada. Y la familia de la Prada, que eran muy buenas gentes, eran como unas 5 o 6. Desgraciadamente, que yo sepa, algunas fueron deportadas y la familia se deshizo. Exacto. Entonces, me moví para Ottawa y Paula seguía como Paula. Entonces, hice un show en un bar que estaba en el Market antes, que se llamaba Mercury Lounge. Y la host, Eva Darling, me invitó a hacer show. Entonces, ella me preguntó que por qué no tenía yo un last name. Y le expliqué que simplemente no había una familia que realmente yo me pudiera relacionar. Y Eva trabajaba en lo mismo que yo trabajo, que es en los cosméticos. O sea, que nos conocíamos ya de buen tiempo.
Okay.
Entonces, me invitó y al invitarme esa noche, yo no sabía, introdujo a 3 personas en su familia y yo fui la primera persona que introduzco para ser una Darling y soy la única latina Darling que existe en la familia Darling. La mera Darling, ella se llama Rhonda Darling, que de pura casualidad yo la llegué a conocer en un pub, en el gay pub que está en Somerset. Her and Jacques were performing that night. And I went up to her and I said, hey, where does the last name Darling come from? Because I'm a Darling as well. And that's when she told me, she goes, I'm the Darling. I'm Rhonda Darling. I'm the original Darling. And I was like, oh, okay. So that means you're wearing the tree. So anyways, we had the conversation and I happened to take a picture with Rhonda Darling and myself, and I sent it to my drag mother, Eva Darling. And the first thing she says, oh, you're with the OG Darling. If she approves, you're definitely a Darling. So Rhonda approved, and that's where the last name Darling came from. But Paula, like I said, has been in the works for many, many years. And it's been, I would say, a couple of years now that that I've been, working and doing more things with Paula and putting her more out there and really just, bettering her image and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, our time is coming up, unfortunately, because the team decided to do things without consulting, and then, well, tú sabes cómo son las cositas así.
Yeah.
I need to clean my laptop. Okay, so it's my favorite part del segment. On the hot seat, que jodemos. Oh, originally we were going to get a red one.
You should.
They don't make them anymore.
Fire engine red.
Actually, that was close to the color. I'm not kidding you. You should have seen it. Te morir de la cólera that we weren't able to get it. Yeah, drink some water, buddy, because you're going to need it. Okay. So, I'm going to ask you a couple of quick questions.
Okay.
Don't think about it.
Just answer.
Just answer. Lo que te entre en el corazón y te salga por el corazón.
Okay.
Okay. Favorite song?
Cool for the Summer, Demi Lovato.
Okay. Favorite, I want to say singer, but I'm not sure if you can say the same one. Favorite singer?
Right now, my favorite singer would be Dua Lipa.
Really?
Yes.
Are you a Swiftie?
No.
I'm glad the camera's not on me. Favorite drink?
Favorite drink for Paula or for Alejandro?
Well, we're interviewing Alejandro. We're gonna bring Paula. We're gonna bring Paula back.
Favorite drink for Alejandro, I would say whiskey sour.
Okay, I like. We're in a good challenge here. Okay. Favorite place to party?
Favorite place to party?
Which bar, pub, club here in Ottawa makes you happy? O ya, como dicen en México, bailieron.
Fíjate que el bar que yo iba antes, que ya no existe, era Club Edge. Era donde yo iba.
Okay.
Desde que me casé casi no salgo, pero si llegara a salir sería...
Casado y capado.
Sería Lookout.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite song to sing and drag?
Favorites? Oh, man. I have several. Several.
Your number one. Your go-to. This is yours.
Oh, fudge. All by Myself by Celine Dion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite queen to work with?
Favorite queen to work with?
You get one plead the fifth moment. I'm telling you now, just one.
I've had many. You know what? I've worked with many talented queens. They're all really very, very talented. But the one that I can really say that it's my favorite queen of all times, I would say, besides my husband, because he's also my favorite queen, I would say my sis and my man.
Yeah, Emma kind
Yeah.
of.
Yes.
You know what? I don't know much about being a queen. I'm not even gonna try. Pero te digo, honestly, the first time I saw Emma perform, I was like, what's going on here? What's Alejandro doing with the show? And what I saw this past weekend, wow. What a performer.
Yeah.
What a performer. I was going to leave before Emma did her performance, but when she started and she did that, not only is one of my favorite all-time songs to just get people going with, but when she did her rendition of Tina Turner's, oh my God, why am I blanking out right now?
Proud Mary.
Proud Mary. Yes, thank you. Wow. Yeah. Wow, my hat's off to Emma. What an amazing performance. She literally had, I know I'm getting off topic, but I have to say this. Had the crowd eating out her hand. Can we have her in here?
She doesn't speak Spanish.
I don't care. Can we have her in here?
I can talk to her.
Talk to her. I would love to.
She's got a potty mouth, though.
And you don't? I'm surprised you're holding back. That's why we decided to go with you before we bring Paula in.
Okay, sounds
Porque
good.
pobrecita Paula will tener que traer un bar of soap to clean my ears out. No, my ears. Okay, get it back on subject.
Okay.
If I was to turn around and find you at a bar, what would you be wearing?
I would probably be wearing jeans, t-shirt, and runners, or dress shoes.
Do you prefer cologne or perfume?
Perfume.
Who's your favorite? What's your favorite?
What's my favorite? Mr. Tom Ford, which I can't afford.
So maybe we need Tom Ford to start sponsoring the show.
That actually would be Estee Lauder Cosmetics.
Well, there you go.
They own it.
Just never know.
Exactly.
You just never know what adventures can come out of this. If I was to ask you, who is your favorite person to hang out with in your family?
My favorite person to hang out in my family would be, I would say, my cousin Veronica Robles. She lives in Houston.
You know, by saying her name, it's not a good thing, especially if she's single, because all these socios are going to chase her. Be careful with that. I'm just saying. Just saying. Well, that's cool. Good to know. Very cool to know. You even had a twinkle in your eye when you said that.
Oh.
Hopefully she notices. Okay. I did this not too long ago with another person. And I'm going to ask you to do something here.
Okay.
I want to ask you more questions, but I'm waiting for Paula to show up one of these days.
Okay.
I'd like to interview Paula.
So you want her here?
Yes, I want Paula here.
Full drag and everything.
Well, you can get changed here. We've got enough studio room for you to get changed here. That's no problem. But I want Paula. I'd like to have Emma. I'd like to interview Pum Pum Menu one day. For Quolores Unidos.
Of course.
Okay. I'm going to respect your show. I won't have anybody unless they really, really ask to go on another show. But your show is your show. And I know you approve of these people being interviewed and by me pushing some buttons. However, your parents are very special to you.
Yes.
And so is your brother.
My baby brother. Yes.
I don't know how many siblings you have. I don't ask you a lot of things because I respect you personally. Even though you're a friend, and I consider you not just a friend, but somebody very near and dear to my heart. But instead of asking you a question, I want to put you on the spot right now. Si me permites.
Go for it.
Okay. You're sure?
Como dice Mónica Naranjo, solo se vive una vez. Do it.
Pues, princesa a vivir. All right. I'm going to shut up. And at this moment, I want you to give thanks to your parents and send a message to your brother. This is all you, my friend.
Mamá, papá, gracias por aceptarme, por todo el apoyo que me han dado, aunque yo esté en otro país. Les quiero decir que los quiero, que hago todo lo posible para ayudarles en lo que pueda desde acá. Yo sé que la situación no es fácil en cualquier tiempo y hago lo posible para estar ahí por ustedes. Gracias por, como lo voy a decir, por todo el apoyo, por las bendiciones, por las llamadas, por todo lo que ustedes han hecho y hacen por mí. Por abrirme sus puertas de su casa cuando yo voy. Realmente me siento en casa cuando estoy con ustedes. Gracias. To my little brother, George, I just want to say, keep doing you, keep being you. I'm proud of you. You know that I always tell you that you're my biggest fan and that I'm your biggest fan. And keep being who you are, because that's just the way it is. And keep reaching for what you want, because I know that it's out there for you.
Sin afirmes nada, y se ve el amor que tus padres han entregado en ti, en tu familia. Y del tiempo que llevo conociéndote me he dado cuenta quién eres tú. No solo como Paula, porque esa es una loca, pero he llegado a conocer a Alejandro. Y quiero que el mundo llegue a conocer quién es Alejandro, el corazón que tiene Alejandro, the activist, the strong man, the strong woman, the unique individual. And eventually, if it was up to me, I would snap my fingers and make this become nationally known, but not just known for what we've discussed, but known as a true leader. So when I thought about doing the show, it took me months and months and months to think about who we could talk about and how we could do this. I rarely give up full creativity to anybody. I rarely just give in to people doing whatever they want. Not because people are humans, but I'm letting you run with this as far as we can take it, because I know I can trust you. And I know you're a leader in the community. And I've seen it firsthand. And I wish you nothing but the best. I do want to interview Paula. It's very important people get to know who Paula is. But in this show, we're going to, like I said, advocate. We're going to present. We're going to show. We're going to love. We're going to show love. And for those of you that don't like it, like Alejandro said, there's a door. It's okay. Unsubscribe, unfollow, whatever you want to do. Whatever makes your heart happy. We are strong believers in this community, in the Radio Que Rico family, that we're all Latinos and we're all one. This is why Unidos is a word that you guys will hear me use a lot and the team use a lot. So every one of the shows that I do here on Radio Que Rico, I have a special goodbye that I say every time. But I'm going to let you do it. I'm going to let you say your spiel, your special words to the people. Y no se les olvida. If you guys have any questions, anything you want to send us, anything you want to know about Alejandro, anything you want to ask Paula before we bring Paula on, email it to us. Email it to us. The right people will make sure that Alejandro and I get those questions, and maybe we'll keep some away from him to make it a little bit more mysterious. So
con estas palabras, with these words, we'll close the show. And all I gotta say is keep being you, keep living your life, love one another, support one another. And if the love is not there, go out and find it. And as always, stay strong because we only have one life.